Today's gear brought to you by, once again, Killer Lipstick. And on today's t-shirt, I have the original and incomparable Little Kim, who will always be one of my all-time favorites. And it's just, unfortunate that she might never really understand the effect that she had on people's lives and how she helped raise some of us, and the appreciation and love that we tend to grow into with these artists, the emotions that we have with these artists, because even though we don't know them personally, a lot of times we had that connection through the music, because like I've been saying in my videos for quite some time, that even though our situations are different, they're also the same in a large sense. It's a lot of similarities. And have you ever stopped to think or wonder what it is that you do want in a partner when you're at a time in your life that you're ready to date again? Dating again has been difficult for me, and yes, I'm going to be fucking maybe a bit vulnerable right now, but it's real that some days is better than others in the healing process. And dating for me has been difficult. But it has been difficult because in your healing process, right, some of the lessons, or at least one of the lessons that you learn, is to listen to your intuition and to believe who people are when they show you, and when they tell you, when you can witness for yourself, and to not wear rose-colored glasses for anyone that you even like, because that can be towards your own emotional detriment. To choose to see people that you want them to be, to choose the potential in people versus the productivity and versus the reality of who fucking people really are. So dating has been difficult for me in that sense, because my discernment and my awareness is at an all-time high, and there's certain shit that I fucking see off the rip that I cannot and will not even tolerate or fucking deal with. And in that sense, dating has been, and I have not been dating for relationships, because my relationship with myself supersedes dating to have a relationship outside of myself. But once in a while you want I gotta remember to stop speaking in third party. Once in a while I like to have some adult time with a like-minded individual, somebody that got some motherfucking sense, somebody that have input, some type of information of value, someone who has a good sense of humor, someone that I feel like I can be safe around, safely, physically, emotionally, someone that I am safe to be free, to be myself, and in dating it is fucking difficult to find that, because a lot of people have this obsession of consumption to be everyone else. Originality is so very fucking hard to come by, and human decency. It's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly. And one of the things that I've noticed is when I do start dating, again, because I'll date off and on. You know, I'll date off and on. The thing is that I've gotten to my mind not to date to have a relationship, because there has been no one of interest that has gotten me to a level where I would consider longevity with them in any capacity. And it's just so unfortunate. So, you know, I've reasoned with myself and say, you know, okay, well, you know, I'll just, you know, have a good time with this person for, you know, as long as I can tolerate them. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is about them that has me in that space, you know, I won't have a strong sense of disappointment or frustration when it's time to end, because I already, you know, when it's over, because, you know, I basically know what to expect, and I know what I'm dealing with at this point. You know what I'm saying? I know my outlook on it, and that's just, you know, what I'm sticking with. But even those situationships are short-lived because everybody got some shit going on, you know. Whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual, trauma, healing, you know, everybody got some shit going on. And there's what I believe is not enough fucking space or time for me. Because people will rather pretend that nothing is going on and pretend to be okay and pretend to be something that they're fucking not, than to deal with the reality of their fucking situation. Try to heal it, try to fix it so that they could become a better person, and to try to heal some of that motherfucking shit so that they can become a better person. You know, when you become a better person, you attract the alike. You know? So yeah, kind of got distracted a little bit. But I know this. I know that in dating, right, I don't want a fucking blank canvas. You know, and what I mean by that is, you know, I don't want to date a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck about nothing, or that acts like that. Like I'm 47 years old, right? I preferably don't date younger, but I'm starting to reconsider a lot about dating, because I have a preference like most people, but I'm starting to think that my preference may be a little faulty at times, because you may be a certain age, you know, you may be young. I automatically cross you out because I assume that you're going to be a headache. Whole motherfucking time it's the motherfuckers in my age bracket that's actually the fucking headache and actually the fucking disappointment, right? And so when I say I don't want to deal with a blank canvas, I'm just talking, I'm not even referring to age right now. I'm saying from human experience. I don't want to date a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about nothing or no one, or even act that way. You know, I don't want to date a motherfucker that, you know, I want to date a motherfucker that's present in the moment. I want to date a motherfucker that can admit, you know, to himself, even not to me, that, you know what? Yeah, I got some shit going on, and in spite of the shit I got going on, I still want to take some of the time I have available to get to know you. You know, I have dated well-established men. Pardon me. I have dated well-established men, but, and you know, you think that, you know, because the men are well-established, that there's a common factor there, that, you know, they have an understanding of value because they had to work hard to get where they are, and they had to work hard to get what they have. But a lot of those men, and if it don't apply, let it fly, but a lot of those men are fucking empty inside. They're empty. They are very surface level. A lot of them carry a demeanor, like, you know, because they made it, that some like somebody owed them something. Let me tell you something. Don't nobody owe you a motherfucking thing, whether your life is a success or a failure, because the fucking outcome of your life is totally dependent on you. As a fucking adult, you make decisions that either work for you or against you. There's a fucking consequence behind every fucking decision you make, whether the consequence is positive or fucking negative. Whichever fucking way your life turns out, don't nobody owe you a motherfucking thing. You owe it to yourself to make the necessary changes in your life to have the life that you want for fucking you. And I just find it so fucking weird that this is the demeanor of well-established men. And, you know, I notice also that a lot of them are arrogant. I do not respect arrogance at all, because arrogance is a demeanor that I'm better than you. Now, confidence, I definitely respect and can appreciate. However, there's a fucking difference between confidence and arrogance. All right? And as much as I feel like I shouldn't even be having this fucking conversation, there is a dire need to have this fucking conversation, because people really walk around like they shit don't stink. People really get into this mentality that their life is great and that they needs or requires no further correction. And it's crazy to me that you can never fucking think that way. I don't give a fuck what your financial status is. It makes absolutely no fucking sense to think that you, oh my God. Here I am going, I'm totally doing the wrong fucking thing. I have somewhere to be, and I'm going to work, and I am way too early for work. So today is you know, it's a very frustrating moment for me this morning, you know, and I am embracing it, because nothing is perfect and everything can't be all well and good all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I am accepting it, and I figured it's important for me to do this fucking live, because as much as I want to give positive reinforcement, I think that the reality of not always having good days in healing, and the reality of who is this? Do I know you? No, bitch, so get the fuck out of here. And the reality of life and ups and downs and trying to figure it out and getting it the fuck together. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, that can possibly also be inspiring too. You know. So that's why I decided to make this video and post it. I wish you guys a great day. You know. And the journey of your healing. Yeah, you know, the healing journey sometimes it it can get lonely. I hated to admit that. I hated to admit it because lonely sounds so unforgiving and so sad and even desperate, like, to a degree, but it's a reality. Sometimes it can get lonely, but I cannot and will not ever again put my resources into anyone that is just surface level. I'm too whole for that. I'm too fucking deep for that. I'm too fucking real for that. And if surface is just where the fuck you are, then you can stay there, and you know, this world is big. I'm sure you'll find someone to be surface level with you, but it is not me. It is not me. And so, you know, it can get lonely sometimes, but I'm not gonna spend any of my resources on the wrong motherfucking individual anymore. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna make time for that. You know what I'm saying? I love myself. I love the space that I'm in. And in the famous words of Eartha Kitt, there was an interview done with her, you know, many years ago. But I recall her saying, I love myself and I want someone that I can love myself and share that part of myself with them. And so unfortunately, until that time comes, I will continue to inspire to be a better person, continue to work on myself, and to be the best version of myself that I can be. And, baby, what I ain't gonna do is be in anything fake, phony, or unappreciated. Just nah. So I wish you continued healing. I hope I did not transfer any of my energy to you. You know, this shit is just it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? And I just mean just living in general. It's not always as beautiful as we would like it to be, but it is what it is. And you deal with it one day at a time. You take it one day at a time. But whatever the fuck you do, you keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Peace and blessings to you. I'm en route to my destination. I wish you well. And I'll get up with you guys soon.